Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Koholimla. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim. Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the Akim and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Wah. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. I wanted to touch on this article. I had done a lesson on it when it happened. It's been a while back here. But it says 10-year-old boy who was arrested for public urination must write book report on Kobe Bryant. So now, some damn Edomite, arrested, the little Jake, you know what I'm saying, little so-called black boy, you know what I'm saying, and because, he had, used the bathroom, which, his mom was in the salon, and I guess they would, I'm not sure if he had brothers or sisters or siblings or whatever, but he was in the car. Instead of going into the salon and basically asking his mom, or telling his mom, hey, I have to use the restroom or whatever. I'm not sure if he, what kind of situation his mom and young man has, but, generally, sometimes the kids are afraid of the parents. She's probably like, sit your ass in this car. Don't you move. I'm going in and get my hair, nail, and toes done. Whatever the case may have been. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I done a lesson, I think it was last night. It was on the Michigan and Texas teenagers, where this Michigan teenager supposedly talked this teenager in Texas into committing suicide on a video game, while he had his headset on. Supposedly the police officers found him with his headset on. I guess he had, took the gun and done himself away. But what I was talking about in that video is, we need the men in the homes to raise strong young men, because you're living in a world that's going to be cruel. I mean, it's being ran by Esau, Edom anyway. But, a lot of these children are being raised up, young men being raised up to be effeminate. They're emotional. They act like women, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been raised by women and they're not seeing strong men around them, so to speak. But anyway, I kind of figured that's just me speaking as a man as far as this situation, instead of him urinating outside, you know what I'm saying? Because you do have to let your children know that, look, we're living in Esau Edom's kingdom. The so-called white man, he will come at you from any angle that he can. Now, in this particular situation, the reason why I'm doing this lesson is because, they gave him probation. They actually literally had this young man doing 3 months probation, which I'm not, okay, if he gets into any other trouble, I don't know how that may work, but that's Mississippi. I know I'm down south. It's racist as hell. I mean, all of America is racist, but that's a different demon down there in Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, all them southern states. Yeah, that's them demons down there are very wicked, man. Because that's majority of where a lot of the treachery went on with our people as far as, slavery or whatever. But anyway, let me see. Let me just get to the point here. It says, it says, Easton was reportedly arrested back in August after urinating on private property in a close proximity of his mother's car. The situation resulted in the termination of the police officer, who reportedly violated a written policy and prior training on how to deal with such situations. So if the police officer was found, to be out of place as far as like how he handled the situation, then you had to ask yourself, why did they give a 10-year-old 3 months of probation? Arrested him, put him in, handcuffs on him, put him in the back seat and everything for him, urinating outside. Now, anybody, that's got to go or has ever had to go real bad, I mean, no one wants to go in themselves, of course. Like I said, again, though, I'm not sure the situation or the relationship with the mom, the young man has, but, he could have been afraid. That's the only reason why I could see why he wouldn't go into the salon. You know what I'm saying? To ask, hey, can I use the restroom? You know what I'm saying? And what kind of mom, it wasn't nobody else you could leave the children with or him with while you went to a salon and got your hair, your nails, whatever done. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid just sitting there waiting on you to do some shit like that. I mean, it wasn't, he couldn't have went to his grandmother's or his, his dad's, or, with no other people around, somebody, a cousin, a auntie, somebody. Anyway. So basically, this is what they're making him do, right? He's going to have to write a book report, which I don't understand this neither. I guess Kobe Bryant is his favorite player, but what's that got to do with any of this situation? But anyway, this particular lawyer that they have, his name is Carlos Moore, I think it is. Let me see here. Yeah, it says during a Tuesday hearing in youth court of Tate County. Now, they got this little young man in the system. His name is actually in the system. That's the whole thing about it, too. And Esau wants you in that system as soon as possible. Probation for a 10-year-old for taking a leak outside? Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Okay, it says Quintavious Eason was given 3 months probation and assigned a 2-page book report on the late NBA basketball player Kobe Bryant, but the incident will not go on his record, family attorney Carlos Moore told CNN. And well, either way, the young man was humiliated. He was put in those handcuffs. He was thrown into the back of the squad car, and they actually took him to a jail cell, if I'm not mistaken. I remember the story because I've done a lesson on it, but it's some of the things are a little vague with me. But now check this out, though. Hypocrisy. Well, I gotta just now check this out. Now, mind you, too. Think about the judge that's probably got him doing this book report and maybe gave him 3 months probation, probably sitting there with a damn Depends on because he has urinary problems or whatever. I'm just speaking as a man. But check this out. It says Florida grandma had urinated on herself when found high and screaming in street holding freezing toddler. And here she go right here. You see? Now, should her ass have been arrested? Of course. She was arrested. Okay, cool, right? But look at the differences and the parallels in the stories. I'm just saying, man. All right, damn, where the hell is this at? I'm looking at the news, and I see they got some gas for $1.21 a gallon. God damn, where the hell is that at? Anyway. Okay, but, hey, you see, Esau threw, man. She threw. I'm telling you, them southern states, because this happened in Pensacola, Florida. I actually used to live there a long, long time ago. I lived there for a while. But anyway, let me see. Let me see what they've done to her. I know she got arrested, though. It says in the affidavit, police reportedly said the child's condition indicated that he had been outside in the cold for a long period of time. The child was immediately transported to the hospital for a medical evaluation. Per the report, police then learned that Cross was the child's grandmother and that she had been the sole adult charged with his care since Friday, December 8th. Upon speaking with Cross, I observed her to be extremely excited and hysterical. Cross was having difficulties focusing and remembering things and had also urinated on herself. Cross' eyes were also glossy and her pupils were dilated. Based upon my prior training and experience, I believe Cross to be under the influence of an unknown narcotic. Following the arrest, police said the child was released into the custody of another individual who was not identified. Okay. Cross was transported to the Escambia County Jail and charged with child neglect. She is currently being held in lieu of $5,000 bond. Okay, two different states, but two different situations. But we can see, okay, this is a situation right here. She ain't urinate outside. She damn went on her damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using the illustration of, okay, the young man, he has to go, and he just goes. Because he doesn't want to, of course, go on himself. And, here you go, you got a damn Edomite or Shedamite out in cold ass weather with her grandson getting high as hell and looking for the next high, more than likely. Probably the reason why she was out there for so damn long. Okay, but they did get her for some charges, though. They got her for Rebecca Cross was taken into custody early Monday and charged with one count of child neglect, records review. Okay. So they ain't hit her with them drugs, though. Maybe they didn't find no drugs on her. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to just show this different illustration. But hey, this is Esau Edom's kingdom is through, man. Super duper through. Well, let me just grab a quick scripture real quick. And this place is hypocritical, man. You know, they come up with these, and now that's a law, you know, in Mississippi. Now you got to realize it. Mississippi, man, is one of them places, man, where okay, motherfuckers still got outhouses, probably. You know, tobacco spitting. You know what I'm saying? Edomites and some goddamn overalls don't even know how to wipe his ass after coming out of a, you know, and they talking about this Jake urinating outside, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this place is through. Let me see here. Yeah, this place is hypocritical, but they, you know, it's really these, it's their decrees, man, that really hit Jake real hard over the head, man. Hey, why is this name? Let me go into this one, Slovakia. Isaiah 10:1, that's what it was. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they had prescribed, right? To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. See? And more than likely, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Because they never mention a dad in this situation at all. Out of all the stories I had seen about it, I haven't heard not one time a father being mentioned, not an uncle being mentioned, not a grandfather being mentioned, not a male cousin or anything being mentioned. And you know, Esau, he's notorious for these unlawful decrees, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's writing more and more and more of them on the books every day. This man is writing laws every day, man, to affect Jacob, man. These so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's why you have to be, you know, circumspect out here. Let me get that. You have to walk circumspectly out here. And again, like I said, you know, I'm more thinking only reason why he probably done that was he had to been afraid of his mom. Because, you know, hey, look, if you've ever grown up, I mean, you know, if you've grown up with a black mom, so-called black mom, shit, man, and she's on a dolo, she's single with you. Hey, that could be a mean woman. I'm not gonna front, man. I can remember the meanness of my, you know, my mom. You know what I'm saying? Growing, you know, they was mean lady, man. Just because, you know, when just hey, you just hey, just mean. I'm gonna put it that way. Goddamn. Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So you know, you have to walk circumspectly out here. You have to, you know, use wisdom in this world, man. And a lot of the times, you know, it may be a situation where, you know, someone has done you wrong, but sometimes you got to just take the L, man, and step away. You know, it's, you know, just pray to Yahweh about your side overall for protection throughout the day. Pray before you leave the house, you know, pray, you know, you jump in your vehicle, whatever, you traveling, you know, things of that nature, you know. And because you're living in some times where this place is just through, man. I can't put it no other way. It's finished, man. It really is finished. This man is really I don't know if it's just me being in the truth longer. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing things from a from a standpoint of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? A lot clearer. So of course, we can really see that Esau is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. This man is really about to come down on the people, and especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Like for real. I was at Walmart just a little while ago before I, got to the house. I made a stop to grab a few things, and I was kicking it with this lady in there. She was in the fruit section. She worked there, and I was asking her, she was stocking grapes. I was like, do any of these, any of these grapes got seeds in them? She was like, oh no, they sure don't. And then, I got to kicking it with her. She was from the South, and I told her I kind of grew up in the South myself. So we was talking about farming and all those things like that. But, I kind of got into the subject of, like things about to get crazy as hell out here. You know what I'm saying? But she was asking about the COVID jab. She was asking me, did you take that jab? I'm like, nah. She was like, and she went into that, but she wasn't bucking up or nothing. I wasn't like going hard, like, hitting her with the scriptures hard, but I was hitting her with some scriptures, you know what I'm saying? I was letting her know, hey, look, things are about to get really, really bad out here. And she was like, yeah, I'm so scared to watch the news. I'm like, nah, you got to watch that shit, man. You want to be circumspect. you gotta know what's to come. You don't want to just let this shit catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? You want to at least know what's popping out here. But once I, left, and I jumped into my whip, got to the stoplight, and I'm pulling up behind this damn Sheetamite. One of them, I guess, well, I don't know what they call, what's the goth look, you know what I'm saying? The ones with the black fingernails, the black makeup, you know what I'm saying? The black damn hoodie. But I pull up behind her, and her license plate says Doom, Doom, and she's got like these skeleton heads in the back of her window with that pentagram sign symbol, that that whatever that star is, that that pentagram hookup or whatever. And I'm looking at this, just like, yeah, you are doomed. And it was just like an omen, man, or it was just like, that was the spirit, because America is doomed. I was literally just talking to the lady about that, and how doomed America is, you know what I'm saying? And then I come outside and I get in my vehicle. Within a couple of minutes later, it's just driving out of the parking lot and stopping at the light. And I seen, what caught my attention was this bitch had it's lucky for the language, but she had a full skeleton sitting in the back seat. But across the whole back part of her window, she had like 5 skeleton heads in the window. And I'm looking like, man, I wanted to record that shit. I thought I was recording it, but I ended up not hitting the record button because I really wanted to do a video on it. But hey, I'm just speaking on it now. But America is doomed, man. This place is through. And Esau's about to turn up because he know that he has but a short time, man. So he's about to get down, man. A lot of brothers been going off into that movie, you know what I'm saying? Leave the World Behind, or whatever it's called. I've been, I haven't seen it yet, but from what I've heard from the brothers in the, the trailer and all that stuff that I did see, hey, look, man, it's about to get grimy out here, man. And I was telling that lady that at Walmart, and she was like, you really think all that's about to happen? You're like, yeah, that shit is about to happen. Yeah, but she was very interested, you know what I'm saying? But, we actually stood there talking for a nice little minute. She stopped stocking and everything. Turned around and was kicking it with me, asking me questions and stuff like that, because I was putting her on game. But, it is what it is, man. I'm like, hey, things about to get real nasty out here and real rough. And see, these types of laws, when they'll treat an 11-year-old so-called black kid like that, what you think they going to do when shit really jump off, man? They already, you can clearly see they have absolutely no feelings for you, no mercy towards you, no remorse towards you. You know what I'm saying? They hate Jake, man. That's complete hatred right there. When you were handcuffed an 11-year-old, they said the cop was, I remember the story because there was so much backlash, because people was, irate about that shit. Hell, even Esau was irate about that shit, so they fired the police officer. So if they fired the police officer for not keeping procedure, why did you have to put the little boy on this 3-month probation, so to speak? Now, they claiming that his name is not in the system, but if anything were to ever happen, nobody is gonna, that little boy story will always pop up again if he were to ever get caught up in the law enforcement or come into a situation where, a law enforcement is involved. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the little boy from back in the whatever. Anyway, but they try to make it seem as if he was like this criminal. All this shit going on out here. All this stuff going on out here, man. People out here doing all manner of shit. Here you go. You know, like I said, you got Grams, the damn grandma. She out here high as hell with the baby and her, you know, with her grandson about to freeze his ass to death. She done pissed all over herself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she should have been arrested, but that's the reason why you should be arrested. You know, that's a totally different situation. You can't tell me that this officer couldn't have asked that young man, well, where's your, you know, who are you with? Where are your parents at? My mom is in the salon. Okay, he goes into the salon and he speaks with the mother. Hey, I caught your son doing this, you know, let him know don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's a law against it, whatever, this, that, and the third. And okay, you know, little warning. And the mother explained the shit later on to him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or fuss at him, cuss his ass out, whatever the case may be. But you to put the little man's into the back seat of a squad car with handcuffs on over something like that, and then you give him 3 months probation, that just let you know, man, this man, he has bullshit decrees, man. You know? This man has bullshit laws. All his laws are meant to destroy you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So you have to keep that in mind. Don't ever forget that, man. See, Jake done got too comfortable. Jake done got comfortable thinking they're Americans and thinking that they got rights and shit, thinking that they can just do what they want to do. And you know, but it's about to come a point where, I mean, all I can tell you is that you got to come up out of this place. Mindset wise, Jake need to come up out of this place. But you know, Jake they about to celebrate Christmas, man. You know, it's only so much that you could, you know, tell Jake, man. You know, I keep it pretty simple these days. You can pretty much tell, man. Jake, you know, you tell him, give him a little bit of information. You can, you know, it's kind of a test somewhat. Like, can he handle, you know, what we're speaking about? And then, you know, you add on a little bit more to the conversation. Like, you can clearly see, man, you wasting your time talking to Jake. You wasting your damn time trying to give Jake the gospel, man. Jake don't want to hear nothing except for world hip hop's madness, man. That's it. If it's not about madness or some gossip or some bullshit, you know, some entertainment, no, Jake not trying to hear it, man. So, you know, just keep your head on a swivel out here. Again, it's Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil, man. These days are evil. Esau don't have no problems hemming your ass up over the smallest thing, man. This story is proof. We've seen it, man. How many times did how many Jakes got shot and killed, man, over the past couple of years, man, over a simple traffic stop, man? Jake reaching for his, you know, his registration and getting popped, you know, they're like, you know, and just getting pulled over for really no reason. You know? This man pull you over, man. You know, he get to walking in behind your car. You know, he of course he's gonna touch your trunk. He gonna put his hands on his trunk. You know what I'm saying? To verify, you know, in case anything goes down, his fingerprints are on your car to let the people know that, hey, he came in contact with you for real. You know, he eases up on the window and he gets to fucking lying. There's nothing righteous about what this man, his kingdom, as far as his police officers go, man. You know. You know, it's all unrighteousness, man. It's a money machine. The things that they supposed to be really looking out for, they're not looking out for them. They're oppressing the people for money, man. It's like it's a shakedown. It's a shakedown, you know. Of course, if somebody's shooting at you, you need, you know, that's stuff that you should be coming quickly about, you know. Somebody's really disrupting things. Somebody out here really fighting. Somebody out here really done broken somebody's house or their car, or, you know, harming people. You know what I'm saying? Not for no traffic infraction, man. You give a person a $150 ticket, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, whatever with the car. You know, I mean, they can make up anything. They got all kinds of route, man. Look, the shit that they can write up a ticket for is unbelievable. Some of it you can go to court for, you know what I'm saying, and maybe have it moved off of your you know, hookup, and you may not have to pay. But man, you got to go through all kinds of shit to do it. And a lot of people, they don't go to court. They'll just, you know, fuck it. I might as well just put this check in the mail or this money order in the mail, or just go down there to the courthouse and, you know, and pay the cashier, you know, get my little receipt. I'm done with it. They don't want to go through no court date and a bunch of bullshit, man. So, but anyway, I just wanted to touch on this real quick. Keep your head on a swivel. Things are about to get nasty out here. We always saying it. We gonna keep on saying it until, it comes to pass, man. We have to warn the flock. So with that, Kwame Yashala.